JD here, and we are back once again on F1 23. This time we have decided to go against the 110 AI at Mexico, because obviously we have it this weekend in the real life Grand Prix, and this is something I haven't actually done for quite some time. And 110 AI on this game, I think compared to previous F1 games, haven't been particularly challenging. I think if you're at a fairly high level with a setup, then you should probably be beating this 110 AI quite comfortably. But I thought to make things a little bit more challenging, let's see if we can do it in 5 laps rather than a 25% or a 50%. So Mexico, a track that I really enjoy. I absolutely love the layout. And what we're going to do is we're going to just do the random grid or the realistic grid. This is in realistic cars as well to make things a little bit more challenging, hopefully. So you can see running exactly the same setup as I put in my hot lap and set video that I did yesterday. I think the only thing I adjusted as I was doing multiple attempts of this was just increase the brake bias to 56. As the tires go off, you will need probably a little bit more on the front brake bias. So yeah, the grid here is how the game has set it. So what we're going to do is just go let these 5 lights go out, let all the cars go past, and once the final car has gone past us, that's when we start our attempt to see if we can overtake all of these cars in the space of 5 laps, which I think around here is not actually going to be too easy because the AI are very powerful on the straights. Obviously, we've got a huge straight and a couple middle straights as well. So it's going to be very crucial on how many cars I can actually get past on this first lap. And you can see for this very first attempt, I think we didn't really judge it too well. You can already see the straight line speed of this AI is absolutely insane. But obviously in the corners and under braking, this is where they seem to be a little bit lackluster. And yeah, I think I left probably a bit too much of a gap for the final car to go past. And you will see as I do many more attempts after this that we did time that a little bit better. And with the AI, a lot of it is a bit of luck as well, considering who's leading the race, because I think right now it is Oscar Piastri, who is not going to be as fast as my teammate or the Mercedes behind him. So yeah, a lot of this is just fortune, timing of when you can overtake this AI, because they don't operate exactly the same every single run. And that's why I'm personally not a huge fan of the AI events that they do for F1 Esports qualifying online, because a lot of that is really determined on what the AI is actually doing, because sometimes they even just spin off by themselves, which is going to really boost your score quite significantly. But you can see on the straight there how fast the AI was actually pulling away from me. So yeah, this is where powerful. You can see it again here, just absolute bullets to a straight line. But under the braking, this is where we're going to be baking up that time. And already I could tell on this run, being in 10th place on lap 2, you can see the leaders are almost going to that next left-hander. I already knew that this probably wasn't going to be it, but this was of course my first attempt of this 110 AI run, so I knew that I'd probably have to be quite a few places up further than this if I wanted an opportunity to try and beat this AI. But you're about to see a very nice overtake on Hulkenberg, so I'm not using the battery here because the battery does get extinguished very quickly. And going into this turn 1, we do a really nice move down this inside. Definitely one to remember, but we're only up into 8th place, and you can see a big gap between myself and Sainz. I knew that, yeah, wasn't going to be happening on this occasion. So we did do many attempts. I think in total we probably did about 7 to 8 attempts until I did my best run, which you will be seeing very shortly. But you can see here just trying to time that final car coming past me a bit better. All depends how you get past this AI on the first lap. I like to try and go around the outside rather than the inside, because they kind of all queue up on the inside here. And once you get alongside the AI, they do move out the way, but you have to get your front axle in alignment with theirs pretty much. Otherwise, they will just be turning in you. Force Ocon to defend, go around the outside. A little bit of a love tap on the rear. Go around the outside of who's this? Hulkenberg again. Let's figure back out the inside, but choosing the outside route on Logan Sargent and getting up into P12, which is not too bad. Coming across these cars now, just caught these cars at the wrong time, so couldn't go down the inside because Gansey was defending. And again, I already knew at this point that, yeah, we were probably going to be a little bit too far away. Lewis Hamilton's actually winning the race already, so he's a faster AI than the McLaren, so yeah, I knew that we were probably going to have to be restarting this. Making our way up into 9th place behind Charles Leclerc, and I think we'll just go stay on board to see what we can do here. You go down the straight, trying to use this battery again, and you can see the AI is still an absolute bullet in a straight line. Try not to make the AI go defensive, so make sure you stay on the racing line, otherwise they will go quite defensive, and that is just going to slow you down even more. But up into 8th place, and now coming across Gansey now, or moving to a few laps later. You can see we've only made our way up into P3, running out of ERS and last lap. Still quite a bit of time between myself and the leader, so I knew that there was definitely a lot more work to do in the first few laps. So I could see it was definitely possible, but it's all about the timing of actually overtaking these cars. So we're not even going to complete this race. We just restarted it straight away. And now this was actually my fastest run that I did. So as the 5 lights go out, I'm going to talk through this, talk through the braking points, turning points, what I'm thinking throughout this 5 laps here, and yeah, trying to let this final car pass without losing too much time. So again, this is really, really important. So almost smashing into the side of Ricardo there. So see, just at that final car pass. So technically we have gone back to last place, and really important to get a lot of these cars here was going through the middle of both of these. Now using this ERS, getting the slipstream of the Haas, is giving it to his teammate behind, and now we're going to go around the outside of the Hulkenberg. Not going to get a lap tap on the rear this time. Really crucial that we get past Leclerc coming into this right hand. Let's go down the inside here, and now we're already into the top 10. So this is actually a good start. Want to be well within inside that top 10 before we finish in about 7th to 8th place. That's really what you want to be. So try and take it completely flat out through here, but obviously we've got a little bit of the dirty air getting caught on those curves. You can see that is a track invalidation, so 2 more of those, and we will be getting a 3-second time penalty. And then coming to this one, how many cars do we overtake going down the inside of the sides? But again, if you go alongside the AI, they will give you room, and that is us up into 7th place. So definitely the best first lap that I've done so far. So now we're going to be using a little bit of that ERS. Let's see, do I keep using it? I think the answer is yes, but a little bit of a wasted battery there, because we're not going to close enough to take it to turn 1. So what we're going to do here was thinking about going down the inside, but then actually decide to go down the inside for turn 2, get your wheel always aligned, and luckily Norris leaves us plenty of room there. It's up into 6th place. I know in this middle sector, this is where the AI is its absolute weakest, so no use using the battery here, no pressure from behind, but you can already see the leader up ahead of me. So I knew as long as we got past these cars efficiently, then we should be in a good position on the start to go around the outside of Russell, side by side here, not using the battery, getting that move done, and up into 5th place. And yeah, this is quite comfortably the best first couple of laps that I've done so far. So I'm not using the battery again, trying to conserve that as much as you possibly can. And that's why I think having that medium downforce level with this setup, I feel works really well for me. The race going down the inside of Lance Stroll here, so up into P4, and already pretty close to my teammate who is in the lead of this race. So within 3 laps, we're almost back in the lead here. And go across line at 17.6. No pressure from behind, so again, we're just going to save that battery. We won't get any dose of the DRS until next lap, but you can see how quickly these 2 cars are coming up behind us. But again, just trying not to be tempted to use the battery. Want to conserve it for the last lap, because we know the AI are very, very fast in a straight line. So still being a bit mindful of that battery, not overusing it when we really don't need to be using it. So this is the section where we're going to be gaining all of this lap time. So trying to set myself up really, really nicely. We're going to get a DRS in this middle sector as well. And you can see already on the acceleration, but in that straight line, the AI are still very, very fast. Let's go through here. You want to be keeping it pretty much almost flat out. So a little bit of a lift because we are in that dirty air section now, coming off the exit here, and yeah, no pressure from behind to get the gap is about 2 seconds behind. And are we going to go down the inside of Piastri here? I think the answer is yes, we are. So no contact being made within the second of Hamilton, so we're going to get the DRS, go down the space straight. And because we overtook Piastri there, you can see he's lost a lot of time. That's really compromised his line, so that was a very good place to do an overtake. Fastest up again, and we're just going to sit here because I know I'm going to have to try and get into second place before I go on to the last lap. So 100 meter board, and I think driving very, very well. Always seems to be the case where I've had a bit of a break from the game. I seem to come back a lot fresher, a lot more motivated, and I'm really looking forward to the league racing season that is coming up, which I will be starting in a couple of weeks' time. Also, if you want a one-to-one coaching session with me, make sure you head over to www.coachlimitless.com. I've actually opened up quite a few new slots for the rest of this year. But moving on to the task at hand, coming up behind Hamilton's really important that we get him into really this last corner and close enough to my teammate where I'm going to get the DRS on him as well. So play a little bit fine here, and we're not that close right now, so we have to get a very, very good run coming into this one. Oh, we're going to be close to going to the side and going down the inside here, making a bit of contact, so a bit of a Verstappen Hamilton-esque fashion, which we've seen all too much throughout the years. Maybe a bit cheeky with that overtake, but nonetheless we have got it done. And now we have got the DRS on my teammate, so we're not going to overtake him into here. We've got to try and overtake him in the middle or the last sector. But you can see, even with the DRS, how fast this AI is in a straight line. It's only really through the corners under braking that they lose time. But you can see again on the exit of this one, if you look at the delta, let's see if we even gain time with this DRS. And yeah, we're not really even gaining that much time. That's just how insane they are in a straight line. But making sure we don't be naive here, making sure we stay as close as we possibly can going into this last sector. No pressure from behind whatsoever. It's over a second to Piastri now, who's actually overtaken Hamilton. They're going through to here. That was not a good run, so we actually got a really, really poor run going through sector 2, sector 3. Now we're going to have to use the battery, so right now we are not close enough, so we're going to get an absolutely insane run up here, get a really good run, almost perfect. And what we're going to do here, going to come down the inside of my teammate, and a tiny bit of contact. Very, very nice of him to let me go through here, but we've got the move done, and we have done what we set out to do, doing a last to first within 5 laps. I really, really hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for supporting the videos. Give the video a like if you did enjoy it, and I will be catching you very, very soon. Peace.